I was really like, sorry, Mom. Guy who cheated who wants to be a millionaire.
Now, obviously, with so much money...
The man who cheated, millionaire. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Somebody would try to beat the system, you know, give themselves a little advantage. All right, cheat. Getting away with cheating
how are people so shameless?
out of £1 million was...
Like, how do you just do this shameless ass stuff and just be so shameless?
Going to need a mastermind with a cunning plan and a genius accomplice.
Thank you, Sodium.
Luckily for us, it was Major Charles Ingram who had neither of those things. On the 9th of September 2001, an unassuming Major took his place in the hot seat. And what was about to unfold, nobody could have predicted. Right, this is Charles Ingram. He's a Major. Up there in the audience, his wife, Diana. On his first night on the show...
Girl, you better not have known that if your man is gonna cheat on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire in person, live on TV, he's gonna cheat on you too.
The Major's display of general knowledge was surprisingly poor.
I really haven't got a Scoobies. I wasn't there, so...
Should have been.
Never heard of it.
It's the right answer. You got £4,000. Somehow he managed to get to £4,000, but used 2 lifelines to get there. Charles has got... Ah!
God,
it's like me.
Oh, God, no.
Got to come back to life.
He went away and returned the following night with a new game plan involving his wife Diana and fellow fastest finger first contestant Tequin Whittock, who he'd met on a previous episode.
Wait, I'm confused.
The plan was that Whittock would signal correct answers with a cough.
No way.
I think I'm going to go for Holbein. I think if I had to guess, and I can, I think I'd take cricket.
They really thought people were going to notice every time he said the right answer, there's someone going... Yeah, so I think, like, it's so obvious every time. That's like, for the people that know the right answer, it's like a bell ringing off in the background, you know? It's like a bell.
Sure,
like, ding!
Ding. Am I sure? Yeah, hat. It's a hat.
The only hiccup...
If I had to say between shoe or hat... Yeah, it's definitely a hat. Final answer, hat.
Came on the that
last one was the most obvious one for sure.
Whittock couldn't answer a question on pop music. Even after a 50-50, the Major is going to go for a wrong answer.
I think it's A1. I've just never heard of Craig David, so I think I'll go for A1.
That is until his wife Diana develops a nasty cough of her own.
A1 or Craig David.
Here comes the U-turn.
No, I'll go Craig David.
Oh my God, this is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen in my life, okay? I had this vision of myself. It's not real, okay? But I have this vision of myself as a professional cheater back in the day of like middle school on my tests and shit. And I have this vision where I'd be like really creative in the ways that I would cheat on my tests. And just this vision of myself is so disappointed in this shit. This is so terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, even this guy's not. When the host isn't even buying it, like, think about how stressful it is to be a host and to be like, okay, they're like, I ain't buying this anymore. Something's up.
Final answer.
He's just there to look good and read the answers.
By the time the Major reached the £1 million question, alarm bells were ringing behind the scenes. And now the Major, his wife Diana, and their accomplice Whittock were being monitored closely. It's worth £1 million.
Let's see it. How could it take them all the way to the millionth answer? Like, oh, yep. Another cough. The only 2 people in the whole audience that are coughing are the 2 people that came with our contestant. Sure, dude.
I'm not
sure.
However.
Charles, you have...
Also, no offense, but if the wife and the accomplice know all the damn answers like this, why the hell is this idiot the one up on the stage? I'm just curious.
been sure since...
Are they like Googling it on their phones and being like,
Question number... All he needed to do was read through the options and wait for Whittock's coded cough.
this was in 2001? So why didn't they just go on the shows themselves?
No cough there.
But it could be a gigabit.
Oh?
No cough there either.
Oh?
I don't think it's a Megatron.
Neither does Whittock.
And I have to say, I don't think I've heard of a Google.
And there it is. The Major
Google.
now has the £1 million answer.
I've never heard of a Google in my life, but Google. Answers Google. Send it in.
And by process of elimination, I actually think it's Google, but I don't know what a Google is. So
And the rest of it is all acting.
I really do think it's a Google.
But you thought it was an animal. And you've never heard of a Google. And there's £1 million involved.
I know,
The guy's
I
still
told you.
coughing. The guy's like still coughing to confirm it. Like every time he says Google, he's just like, yeah. But what about an animal? You said a Google. I know. I think it may be a Google. Like, dude, he already knows it's a Google. He's just acting at this point. You don't need to keep coughing.
Megatron, and there's only 4 of them, so it must be Google.
The stakes are huge. And the Major wants to make one final check.
I'm sure it's Google.
And there
I'm cringing so hard. I'm cringing so hard.
it is. Charles, give me that check. £500,000. You no longer have that. You just won £1 million! The win was short-lived, and after a thorough investigation, his cheque was cancelled, and all 3 ended up in court and were found guilty of conspiring to cheat the show. So sadly, Major Charles Ingram didn't become our 3rd £1 million winner.
Loser, go back to being a loser. That's so, I don't know, crummy. You would think that they just study their ass off, do something fun, like go on there, do the best they can, like put the other guy on there because this guy seems to know all the answers. Nah, let's put the dummy on there. Put the dumb one up.